Call to order the Common Council meeting for Monday, May 5th, 2025. Roll call, please. Let the record reflect the quorum is present. The lady from the 4th and the gentleman from the 7th are excused. At this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please stand for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Approval of the minutes of the meeting held April 7th, 2025. It's been moved and seconded. Any changes or corrections? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. At this time, I'd like to call on the gentleman from the 2nd.
Yeah, I sure will.
Sorry, pushing buttons.
So they're right on. So is it?
Yep, you're good.
We're good? Okay. We are live. All right. Good evening, everyone. Our first student is Isabel Asigel. We worked on that one. She's a sophomore at Temper High School. She's a member of the AAFI, the FBLA, and is currently taking all honors classes. Isabel is not afraid to challenge herself. Although English is not her first language, she speaks both French and Creole. She is taking many vigorous classes and does well in them. She advocates well for herself and is liked and respected by both staff and students. I introduce to you Isabella.
Congratulations.
Next, we have Zoe Butera, a second grader at Nash Elementary School. She is a symbol of our Nash School motto: kindness, respect, and hard work. Zoe is an overall exceptional student, but what makes Zoe stand out is how she has developed an incredible bond and friendship with the special needs students in the classroom. Zoe is known for her big heart and helpful nature. She has always been eager to lend a hand, whether it's picking up a dropped pencil or helping a friend understand directions for an assignment. There is a student who recently joined Nash. This student, who we'll refer to as Kay, is a special needs student, and it's added another layer of anxiety and adjustment for Kay and his family. The Nash Elementary School community and our second grade class were welcoming to the family, and Zoe was the first one to welcome Kay with open arms. Our Nash family encourages the students to create an inclusive environment where students feel valued. With staff guidance, Zoe has learned how to interact with Kay in a way that respects his unique needs, fostering a supportive and caring environment. Zoe's actions have inspired her classmates to be more understanding and inclusive as well. They are learning to appreciate each other's differences and are becoming more compassionate towards each other. It is with great honor that Zoe has been nominated for the Mayor's Youth Commission Award. Zoe and Kay's friendship serve as a beautiful reminder that kindness and empathy can create a world where everyone feels valued and included. Congratulations, Zoe. Next, we have Tyrone Chen, who is a senior at Lakeview Technology Academy. Tyrone exhibits an unwavering dedication to academic achievement, personal growth, and community involvement, making him an exceptional candidate for the Mayor's Youth Commission Award. Tyrone has consistently demonstrated strong perseverance and problem-solving skills, which have made him named Student of the Year in the database class at Lakeview Technology Academy, and has earned a place on the honor roll. Additionally, Tyrone secured third place in the highly competitive computer programming category at the Wisconsin State USA State Competition, further reflecting his expertise in programming and innovation. In addition to his academic strengths, Tyrone has been actively involved in a variety of extracurricular and volunteer activities, showcasing leadership and teamwork skills. As a lead programmer for the Lakeview Subaquatic ROV Club, he took charge of developing and maintaining the float device, while also contributing to electronics, soldering, and technology documentation. This experience provided him with valuable hands-on knowledge in engineering and teamwork. Tyrone has also been actively involved in the Lakeview Skills USA chapter, contributing ideas to the fundraising committee and representing the chapter in competitions. His commitment to service is reflected in his role as a service committee member in the Lakeview NHS, where he successfully organized events such as the Shalom Center Initiative, gathering over 20 volunteers to support community service efforts. Congratulations, Tyrone. Destiny Garcia is a freshman at Carthage College. Destiny was awarded the Kenosha Kindness Award recipient 2020-2021 and was a Kenosha Public Library Teen Summer Intern in 2023 who developed the Dip into Salsa dancing program. The 2024 Readers Are Leaders tutor at Grant Elementary, in addition to Building Our Future Voice Project intern and a Miss Kenosha candidate in 2024. She's been doing a lot, hasn't she? Destiny has a strong work ethic, the ability to lead high school students effectively despite the age gap, and has excellent discernment and decision-making. Destiny is a freshman at Carthage College, majoring in biology and minoring in Spanish. She skillfully balances her academic responsibilities with her internship at BOF, or Building Our Future, campus work, and participating in church and community events. She also places a high value on her family, and it is clear that the impact of her culture and upbringing is reflected in her strong character and integrity. Congratulations, Destiny. William Casalitis is a senior at Tremper High School. William is a member of the National Honor Society, Student Government, Skills USA, and he is an honors AP student in all 4 years of high school. William is very hardworking, compassionate, with high levels of creativity and drive. His passion for mechanical engineering is outstanding, and he will be very successful in his post-secondary endeavors. Congratulations, William.
We have so many wonderful people that it takes two of us to read all the great stuff about them. So we're switching roles here. All right, next up is Claire Cook. Claire is a senior at Indian Trail High School and Academy. Claire has consistently excelled in her academic pursuits, maintaining an unweighted GPA of 3.778 and a weighted GPA of 4.292, while successfully completing a rigorous course load that includes honors and advanced placement classes. Her commitment to academic excellence is evident through her summa cum laude distinction and high honors recognition every semester since ninth grade. During her academic achievements, Claire has been an active member of the Student Council, where she has contributed significantly to our school's initiatives and events. Her role in the National Honor Society and Key Club further exemplifies her dedication to academic excellence and community involvement. Through Link Crew, she has shown remarkable ability in mentoring younger students, making their transition to high school smoother and more enjoyable. Additionally, her involvement in women's rights and empowerment and Model UN reflects her passion for social justice and global issues, where she is engaged in thoughtful discussions and advocacy. Notably, Claire served as the DECA president and in her senior year, demonstrating her ability to lead effectively while balancing the responsibilities of her other engagements. Claire's involvement in DECA State Career Development Conference and an international DECA competitor in both 2023 and 2024. In addition to her school commitments, Claire has displayed a strong dedication to community service, accumulating over 200 hours. She has volunteered for organizations such as Feed My Starving Children and Special Olympics. Her initiative with the Water Safety Project is particularly noteworthy. She created a sponsorship plan that involved local businesses, organized a water safety education event at a local water park, and even built a $3,000 kiosk to promote water safety messaging. Claire is not only academically gifted, but also embodies the qualities of an honest, curious, and respectful individual. She has shown remarkable resilience and a commitment to her community. She will excel in her future endeavors and make a meaningful impact as she pursues a pre-law degree with aspirations of majoring in legal studies and business. Congratulations, Claire. Brian Ortega is a senior at St. Joseph Catholic Academy. Brian has been a St. Joe's member since 2018. He's made a mark within his school community. Brian is a weekly server at school mass, is a proud member of St. Anthony Church, and encourages others to grow in their faith by participating in St. Joe's retreat team. Brian is dedicated over a week in a mission trip going to Dominican Republic to serve the youth populations there. In addition to a strong spiritual commitment, Brian challenges himself academically by taking several AP and high honors courses. Brian has been on the honor roll since middle school at the academy. Brian's acts of service in the community, the church, and his school set him apart from others his age. His active engagement and character throughout the course of his 4 years at St. Joe's has been exemplary. Despite his yearly recognition for athletics and academic standing, Brian's demeanor remains humble, personable, and with integrity. He has the best intentions for the interactions that occur around him, and he finds more and more ways to serve his community. Congratulations, Brian. Zari Owens is a third grader at Frank Elementary. Zari is new to Frank School this year. She excels in all that she does, and she demonstrates remarkable empathy and goes beyond typical student interactions. She has quickly earned the honor of VIP, as well as character leader in empathy. What truly sets Zari apart is her proactive approach to helping others. She's not just a passive observer in our classroom, but an active supporter of her peers. Zari is always attentive and readily available to assist classmates who might be struggling, whether academically or personally. Her leadership is quiet yet powerful. She leads by example, showing genuine care and compassion without seeking recognition. Zari embodies the core values we hope to cultivate in our students: empathy, leadership, and respect. Congratulations, Zari. And last but not least, we have Kadeh Tolfree, a senior at St. Joseph Catholic Academy And on a personal note, my former fifth grade student. Cadet joined St. Joseph Catholic Academy as a freshman, quickly making a positive impact and displaying strong academic qualities. Cadet has been on the honor roll all 4 years of high school. Cadet is part of a unique peer mentorship program offered at St. Joe's this year. In addition to the mentorship, Cadet is on dual enrollment through Marquette University. While challenging herself in school, she is actively involved in the St. Joe's retreat team to support each other with their walk with Christ, as well as her dedicated time to getting our youth excited about Jesus. Cadet is described as humble and patient. When Cadet's name comes to mind, the first thing staff share is her kind heart and sweet demeanor. She has a genuine interest in who each person is and accepts what experience and knowledge they bring to the academic and social situations. Cadet not only is a part of a peer mentor program, but also supports students whose first language is not English in the classroom. Cadet is also an active member of her church and is the director of their telecommunications and social media department. Her sharp skills for mentoring peers started with the ministry. Cadet is really trying hard to provide a positive impact by holding services and clubs to encourage today's youth to walk with Christ. Cadet is part of a local food pantry as well to accept, assemble, and distribute food baskets to individuals in the community facing hardship. Cadet's overall leadership qualities, acts of service, positive attitude, and display of empathy for others sets her apart from other individuals her age. Congratulations, Cadet. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Wow. As many years as I have been in this room and I have seen the young people that have been recognized and the achievements that they have made, you almost think, okay, well, that was the best. And you don't expect to be outdone. But listening to the accomplishments of these young people reminds us, what I've been fond of saying the last couple of months, particularly here in Kenosha, as we look into the future and look at what's happening, the best is yet to come. You guys are absolutely amazing. And to all the parents, family, and friends, and teachers, thank you for all that you've done to help these young people on their journey. There's more work to be done, but I feel confident that given your leadership, your support to them, there isn't nothing that this community and these young people are going to achieve. So congratulations to all of you. Like to ask for a 5-minute recess for pictures.
5-minute recess for photos.
Moving and seconded to for 5 minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Yeah.
Any opposed? We stand in 5-minute recess. Family members, if you want to come on up through here, and we'll do some pictures out in front.
Let's get it angled in. We're going to put you in front. We're going to put the mirror right here. Okay. Give me a little space. Put the mirror right there. Let's all angle in towards each other. No, you guys got to show the front. Okay. That is awesome. Great job. I'll put it right over here. Okay. When you're done, take as long as you want. When you're done, please go out the back door. But take as long as you want. Let's open up the warts. Let's have big smiles. Big smiles. That's not big enough. There you go. You got it? Let you two come together a little bit more. How are we looking there? You're looking here at me. All right. And then you guys can take individual pictures once the group pictures are done. All right. If you're going to take individual pictures, move on down, or come back through. We'll take plenty of time. All right, you guys are breaking my system here. Take as much time as you want, and then we'll get a bunch of individuals. Again, if you want pictures with your favorite older person, Eric Howgard's standing right there. All right, if you guys want to take individual pictures, all the students come this way. Students come this way. Come this way, come this way. And we'll start with first parent.
It's up to you.
Mom's taking a picture. All right, Mom, you're up.
Next parent. Who do you want?
How are you?
Hold on, she's looking for somebody. Who do you want? Come on, friend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wherever you want.
Sir?
I'd rather have that than this. Sure. Start. You're making a deal.
Don't forget your water, young man.
How are you, young lady?
Any other pictures? Anybody else?
You know, she got mine. How you doing? Very impressive. Very, very impressive. How are you?
I was Keaton's teacher.
I know.
Forever
I know.
ago.
That's so awesome.
Thank you. Good to see you. Thank you.
Good job.
Coming, hold on. Don't go anywhere.
They never forget. They never forget you guys.
No way.
Any other pictures? Any others?
Go way back.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Good to see you again. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Great. Call the common council meeting back to order. That wasn't a motion. Please continue.
There are no citizens' comments.
No citizen comments. Please continue.
B, communications, petitions, reports of departments. B1, approval of the following applications: A75 operators licenses, B1 successor of agent status license, C4 temporary Class B beer and/or Class B wine license, D2 taxi driver licenses.
Gentleman from the 10th.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I make a motion to approve item B1.
Moving second to approve item B1. Any discussion? Gentleman from the 17th.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to abstain from voting on B1, subparagraph A, number 59, please, for conflict of interest.
Okay, shall be noted. Anyone else? If not, motion on the floor is approval. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
B2, conditional use permit for a 1,201,029 square foot distribution facility located at the southwest corner of 38th Street and 128th Avenue.
Gentleman from the 3rd.
Move to approve, B2.
Make your, cast your vote.
I did.
It's been moved. Is there a second? Seconded. At this time, open up to a public hearing. Anyone here to speak on item B2, please come forward, state your name and address. Anyone here to speak? Anyone here to speak? Seeing none, close the public hearing. Motion on the floor is approval. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor will vote aye. Say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
C, recommendations from the Committee on Licenses and Permits. C1, applications for new operators licenses. A, Cheyenne Davis Nichols, 20. B, Jacqueline Hernandez, 35. C, Elizabeth Pena, 30. D, Robin Wade, 30.
Gentleman from the 10th.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I make a motion to concur with the recommendation of license permit on C1, C2, C3, C4, and C5 after being read at any necessary applicant hearings.
Okay, please continue.
C2, renewal applications for operators licenses. A, Ashanti Coleman, 40. B, Michelle Meekum, 50. C, John Swanson, 20. C3, application of Terrence Jackson for a new operator's license. C4, application of Taylor Thomas for a new operator's license. C5, application of the Boogeyman LLC for a yearly cabaret license located at 7546 Sheridan Road, with no adverse recommendations from the police department.
Okay, at this time, open it up to a hearing. Anyone here to speak on C1 through C5, please come forward, state your name and address. Anyone here to speak? Just need your name and address for the record, please.
Chelsea Vecchione, 2519 South Brisbane, Milwaukee, and I am C5 if you have any questions.
Okay, if there are some, we'll call you back up. Anyone else on C1 through C5? Anyone else? Anyone else? Seeing none, close the hearing. Motion on the floor is approval or concurrence on C1 through C5. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Item C6 was withdrawn before the meeting. C7, application of SRT LLC located at 2712 52nd Street for a permanent outdoor extension of the Class B beer, Class B liquor license with a request to change the closing hours to 12 a.m. with no adverse recommendations from the police department.
Gentleman from the 10th.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I make a motion to concur with the recommendation of license and permit on C7.
Moved and seconded to concur on C7. At this time, open up to a hearing. Anyone here speak on item C7? Anyone here to speak? Anyone here to speak? If not, close the hearing. Motion on the floor is concurrence. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
C8, applications of Elsie Mays Pies and Pines LLC located at 6611 120th Avenue with no adverse recommendations from the police department. A, Class B beer, Class B liquor license upon surrender of a similar license from the Interstate Lone Wolf LLC to be effective May 6, 2025. And B, permanent outdoor extension.
Gentleman from the 10th.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Given the circumstances surrounding this application, we'd ask that this please return back to license and permit. So I make a motion to return to license and permit.
Moved and seconded to refer back to committee. It is noted as a hearing, so we will open it up to a hearing. Anyone here speak on item C8? Please give us your name and address for the record, please.
My name is Kelly Deem, and it's 6611 120th Avenue, Kenosha. Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight. And even though I'm going through some loss, it's really good to be back home. I'm gonna be tough. It's fine. I am just gonna read a statement, just so we can get through this. You guys have had a really great start. It's great to see the kids and everyone, and that's why my son goes to Mahone. That's why we never, we never let our family leave the schools, and we stay in the community playing sports. So, this is not my first time facing hardship in business, although without a doubt this has been the most heartbreaking and devastating, but each time I've found a way back through resilience, creativity, and community support. I've had my business a part of the Kenosha community since 2010, and I take my role as business owner very seriously, and I want to be a good steward for the city. And I am asking that the city moves forward with our approval to transfer the liquor license, so that we can continue honoring the service, or honoring this community, and using our outdoor space. Our location sits very visibly right off the interstate in Kenosha, and it's one of the first things that people see, and it's one of the things that I focused so hard on when we were redoing the building, is making sure that it was so beautiful. If you've ever been to any of our bakeries, it's hand-painted murals, and really poured my heart into that space. I would say it was, without a doubt, my best space. Within the liquor license transfer, it has a permanent outdoor serving area for alcohol, and we have put that in our original stuff that we submitted for licensing and permitting, and it included a very beautiful outdoor garden area. Just like here's some of the branding, and we plan on, really focusing on that outdoor space. It's completely intact. The permanent outdoor seating is intact. The serving area that was already in use and approved for use is intact. The entire outdoor volleyball area that was all included in the previous license is all available. And I really want to keep the momentum going, and so that it doesn't look like it looks right now. Like devastation. We want people to drive by and see that we are continuing forward. We are moving forward. They are so committed to this community, and I want to move forward with my Elsie Mae's Pies and Pints garden concept. And that is something I'm happy to talk about today or with the licensing permit facility. But even mentally, emotionally, it's just something that I want to make sure that, we're moving forward, we see it, and everyone else can see it too.
Thank you, ma'am. If there's anything else you had to say, I was gonna make a comment on the motion that was made to refer back to committee. We had discussed this, I think, internally. Unfortunately, first of all of our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family, your staff. I think everybody was looking forward to this opening. I think in the interest of kind of where we are in this process and with what you're having to deal with, we believe that the cleanest way for this is to send this back to committee. And again, only for the reasons of allowing you more flexibility in terms of what you're dealing with. That I think it makes it easier for you. Again, I can't speak for the council or the committee. I can speak on behalf of myself that you have my full support, and we will do whatever we need to do to help you as you get through this very difficult time. But I think in the interest of just making it as clean as possible for you, that's why we had asked that this be sent back to committee, and we'll be here to answer any of your questions and deal with it as it goes through the process.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else on item C8? Anyone else? Anyone else? If not, close the hearing.
Thank you.
Gentleman from the 5th.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to see her keep her license because she can generate some money to help rebuild the building. She's got 4 months of outdoor venue that could generate some money for her to keep this business afloat and help her generate money. My opinion, I think it's a good idea just to give her license. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? If not, again, I think in the interest, there is a lot more, I think, to this than simply an outdoor extension area, unfortunately. And as I said, I think there's time involved here from an activation of the license. So I think it's important that we, in order to actually help long-term, if that is your intention, what it sounds as though it is, the most prudent thing to do is to send this back to committee, let the committee deal with this issue, and then we will have an opportunity to bring this back at its earliest possible time to take action on that. And I think we're all on the same page as wanting to help get this business off the ground. Gentleman from the 16th.
Yeah, I'm all for bringing it back to the committee. There's a lot of questions that the committee will have. And that'll also give us some more time to further evaluate the situation. I was out there the day of the fire, and I talked to Kelly and the owner of the property, and it's devastating. The timing was really because we just approved our license through license and permits, and then the next morning the thing caught on fire. So the committee will need some time to review this and really look at it closely. I'm sure we'll come up with a good solution so we could have that business in my district. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? If not, motion on the floor is to refer back to committee. All those in favor say aye.
Yeah.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
No.
You said aye. Well, that would be no. Okay. Please continue.
C9, application of Off Duty Productions LLC for a new Class C liquor wine-only license located at 6521 120th Avenue with no adverse recommendations from the Police Department to be effective May 6, 2025.
Gentleman from the 10th.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I make a motion to approve C9 through C16 after being read and in necessary applicant hearings. Through
Please continue.
C16.
Please continue.
C10, application of Marina Petroleum LLC for a new Class A beer, Class A liquor license located at 5006 60th Street with no adverse recommendations from the Police Department to be effective July 1, 2025. C11, application of James Matzer for a yearly cabaret license located at 4120 7th Avenue to be effective July 1, 2025, with no adverse recommendations from the Police Department. C12, renewal application of Meyer Store Limited Partnership for a Class A beer, Class A liquor license located at 7701 Green Bay Road, with the transfer of agent from John Waldkirch to Myrtle Franklin, with no adverse recommendations from the Police Department. C13, renewal application of Meyer Store Limited Partnership for a Class A beer, Class A liquor license located at 7735 Green Bay Road, along with a transfer of agent from John Waldkirch to Myrtle Franklin, with no adverse recommendations from the Police Department. C14, renewal applications for Class A beer, Class A liquor licenses, A, Wisconsin CVS Pharmacy LLC, 5 demerit points, B, Wisconsin CVS Pharmacy LLC, 40 demerit points. C15, renewal applications for the following licenses with no adverse recommendations from the Police Department. A2, Class A retail beer, Class A liquor. B9, Class B beer, Class B liquor. C16, application of Cutstone Foods LLC for an outdoor open container entertainment event license located at 5925 6th Avenue A with no adverse recommendations from the Police Department. License and permits recommended to approve.
Okay, at this time, open up to a hearing. Anyone here to speak on items C9 through C16? Please come forward, state your name and address.
Ricky Pietra here for item C16, 2220 79th Street, Kenosha. Just here if you have any other questions about our event and to work through the process.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else on C9 through C16? Anyone else? Anyone else? Seeing none, close the hearing. Motion on the floor is concurrence on C9 through C16. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
E, ordinances first reading. E1, ordinance by the mayor to amend paragraph 1.06 X3, Community Development Block Grant Committee members of the Code of General Ordinances for the City of Kenosha. Finance recommended to approve 5-0.
Motion?
Move to send E1 through F2 on their way after being read.
I move to send.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to send E1 to F. Oh, please continue.
F, zoning ordinances first reading. F1, rezoning ordinance by the mayor to rezone the property at the southwest corner of 38th Street and 128th Avenue from A2, Agricultural Land Holding District, to M2, Heavy Manufacturing District. F2, rezoning ordinance by the City Plan Commission to rezone the property at the southeast corner of 27th Street and 47th Avenue from A2, Agricultural Land Holding District, to RS1, Single Family Residential District, and C2, Lowland Resource Conservancy District.
Okay, motion on the floor to send E1 through F2 on their way. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
I, resolutions. I1, resolution by the Committee on Public Works to order the cost of public sidewalk and/or driveway approach construction and/or replacement to be specially assessed to abutting property for Project 24-1044, 67th Street and 99th Avenue resurfacing.
Gentleman from the 15th.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Make a motion to concur with the recommendation of Public Works on I-1 and I-2 after being read in all necessary public hearings.
I2, resolution by the Committee on Public Works to order the cost of public sidewalk and/or driveway approach construction and/or replacement to be specially assessed to abutting property for Project 25-1048, 73rd Street resurfacing.
Okay, at this time, open up to a public hearing. Anyone here to speak on I-1 and I-2, please come forward, state your name and address. Anyone here to speak? Anyone here to speak? Seeing none, Close the public hearing. Motion on the floor is concurrence. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, no. Roll call, please.
Alderperson Rose. Motion carries 15-0. I3, resolution by the Committee on Public Safety and Welfare to designate as 1 hour parking, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on the east side of 14th Avenue, 115 feet south of 38th Street to 150 feet south of 38th Street.
And gentleman from the 5th.
Thank you, Your Honor. I make a motion to approve as recommended by Public Safety and Welfare.
Second.
Moved and seconded to approve. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, no. Roll call, please.
Motion carries 15-0. J, appointments, reappointments by the mayor. J1, appointment of Jeffrey Wallace to the City Plan Commission to fill a term that begins May 6, 2025 and will expire April 30, 2028.
Gentleman from the 3rd.
Move to approve J1 and J2 after being read. I believe they will make wonderful additions to both committees. Second.
J2, reappointment of Che Kirby to the Kenosha Public Museum Board of Trustees to fill a term that begins May 6, 2025 and expires April 30, 2028.
Okay, motion on the floor is approval of J1 and J2. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, no. Roll call, please.
Motion carries 15-0. K, public construction and improvement contracts. K1, award of contract for project 24-1045, 8th Avenue reconstruction to Cornerstone Pavers LLC in the amount of $1,305,600.
Gentleman from the 15th.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Make motion to concur with the recommendation of Public Works on K1.
Moved and seconded to concur on item K1. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, no. Roll call, please.
Alderperson Seal. Motion carries 15-0. L, other contracts and agreements. L1, report on the transfer of 4609 36th Avenue and 4615 36th Avenue by the Redevelopment Authority of the City of Kenosha to Habitat for Humanity of Kenosha. Finance recommended to approve 5-0.
Gentleman from the 13th.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to concur with the Finance Committee recommendation on L1 and L2 after being read on all necessary hearings.
L2, lease agreement between the City of Kenosha and Mary Lou and Arthur F. Mahone Foundation, Inc. for Keela. Finance recommended to approve 5-0.
Okay, at this time, open it up to a public hearing. Anyone here to speak on item L1? Anyone here to speak? Anyone here to speak? Seeing none, close the public hearing. Motion on the floor is approval. Gentleman from the 10th.
It's L1 and L2, right, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to state that I'm a volunteer for the Mahone Foundation, but no paid activity whatsoever.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? If not, motion on the floor is concurrence in L1 and N2, or L2. All those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, no. Roll call, please.
Motion carries 15-0. M, recommendations from the Committee on Finance. M1, request from Colleen R. Weiss to refund one reinspection fee in the total amount of $90 for 6043 26th Avenue. Finance recommended to deny 5-0.
Gentleman from the 13th.
Move to concur with the Finance Committee recommendation to deny M1.
Moved and seconded to deny, to concur with the denial on M1. At this time, we'll open up to a hearing. Anyone here to speak on item M1? Anyone here to speak? Anyone here to speak? Seeing none, close the hearing. Motion on the floor is concurrence in M1. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, no. Roll call, please.
Motion carries 15-0. M2 disbursement record number 7, $7,418,293.16. Finance recommended to approve 5-0.
Gentleman from the 13th.
Move to recommend approval of the Finance Committee recommendation.
Motion on the floor is approval of M2. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, no. Roll call, please.
Motion carries 15-0. N, recommendations from the Committee on Public Works. N1, acceptance of project 22-1424, Southport Beach House interior renovations, Phase 4, which has been satisfactorily completed by Berglund Construction Company. The final amount of the contract is $408,616.11.
Gentleman from the 15th.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Make a motion to concur with the recommendation of Public Works on N1 and N2 after being read.
N2, acceptance of project 23-1424, Southport Beach House exterior renovations, Phase 5, which has been satisfactorily completed by Berglund Construction Company. The final amount of the contract is $504,865.87.
Okay, motion on the floor is concurrence in N1 and N2. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, no. Roll call, please.
Motion carries 15-0. P, and such matters as are authorized by law or regular business. P1, claim of Jeff Pothast Sr., finance recommended to concur with the recommendation of the city attorney to settle for $13,013.59, 5-0.
Gentleman from the 13th.
Move concurrence with the Finance Committee recommendation.
Moved and second to concur with finance on P1.
Yeah.
This does not have a public hearing, correct? No, it doesn't show it, but should it? Okay. Motion on the floor is concurrence. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor will vote aye. Those opposed, no. Roll call, please.
Motion carries 15-0.
Okay, mayor's comments. I do want to highlight this week, and we're probably going to do something more later this week, but, last month, all of us, including myself, we took an opportunity to recognize the outstanding work that happened with the most recent election, and I think I would safe to say that every election in Kenosha has run extremely well. And that is due to the dedicated men and women of the City of Kenosha Clerk's Office. This week is Wisconsin Municipal Clerks Appreciation Week. So to our Clerk's Office, we say to all of you, thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your hard work. We definitely appreciate all of the work that you do and wish you nothing but continued success in everything that you do, not just in elections, but in all the different various aspects of helping citizens, ensuring that they have the information they need, and ensuring that you help all of us make sure that we stay on track with everything that goes on in all of these meetings. So to that, we say congratulations and thank you very much. Alderperson's comments.
Move to adjourn, Mr. Mayor. Second.
On your screen, sir.
Move to adjourn, Mr. Mayor.
Move second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye. Aye. We stand adjourned. Thank you, everybody.